One of the things I really like to do when I'm working with these is I like to go ahead and put some adjustment layers so I have an idea. I mean, a lot of people like to wait until the very end, and I like to go ahead and put some things, you know, that I always put. So let me go ahead and put my curves. I always really like to boost up my blues in the lower part and then drop it down in the yellows so we get this kind of look. It's kind of, I would say it's kind of my signature. I don't know if I want to, you know, say that I'm the only person that does that, but I do that to most of my images. Now, when you start doing this, I mean, I'm going to assume everybody's worked with the curves. When you, this is basically the typical S contrast. So we're just boosting the contrast. And I've already done this, so I kind of know what I like. But it did, when I first did this, it took me some time to really put it together. Okay, so there's that. I took down the saturation a little bit, so there we go. And I also boosted the contrast again over here. So this was kind of the look that I got. And now we're starting to get there. It's starting to look a little more artsy. Okay. Now, another thing that happened, you know, and I really liked to see the eyes, both of the eyes. So I started painting in white, painting back some of his face here around his eye. So I'm going to make this smaller. And I'm just going to paint his eye back in a little bit. And another thing that you can look at while you're doing this is, you know, his face wouldn't just go all, you know, it would probably be separated at the different parts. So I would try to put a little bit of separation here. I'm just going to paint that in with white at his chin, just a little bit. So his chin comes out and then his neck is not, and I'm just going to let his face go back in. Okay, that's all right. We're getting there. Okay. So one thing that really brought this out was, you know, looking at this, if you were to look at this and say, okay,